Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Light up, let the good vibes flow. It's Gorilla Cigar Lounge, the place to go. Politics, nerds, and the good old days. Grab your drink, join the talk, let's set it ablaze. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. Starships and memories, debates get real. We're saving the world with a mic and some seal. Laughs and wisdom, we're bringing the heat. So pull up a chair, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. Starships and memories, debates get real. We're saving the world with a mic and some seal. Laughs and wisdom, we're bringing the heat. So pull up a chair, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. So spark up that stove, let's start the show. At Gorilla Cigar Lounge, let the conversation flow.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 98th Cigar Lounge. And holy shit, the news was flying the last couple days there. But usually I don't have my usual people with me tonight, but that's all right. Welcome, Night Rider. Welcome. Well, we'll start out tonight with we'll give a rest in peace and prayers to the family of Robert Duvall. He passed away this week. He was one of those actors that you don't recognize the name, but you recognize the face. The only one I recognized him in was the Godfather movies there. But rest in peace. Also, Jesse Jackson passed away, but I don't want to say nothing about it. I'm gonna take the high road on him there. I'm not gonna be like all these people that when someone passed away, because I got a lot of things I could say about them, but I believe in respecting the dead there. I'm not gonna be like these people that fucking mocked Charlie Kirk or mocked that Renee Good or Alex Brady or all these other people, So I'm just gonna be quiet on that. But we also lost him too. And welcome, Hakeem. Welcome. There, but to start out tonight. This morning, I found out that they finally arrested Prince Andrew. He got arrested. He's facing life in prison there. And what he got arrested for was he embarrassed the royal family. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant that he disgraced or unbecoming of person office. Oh, fuck, I forgot what they called it. It's something while he's in office here. I now got to Google it real quick. It's something I'm becoming or it all ties back to the Epstein files. That's what I know. What did Andrew Areested. So yeah, I heard that's a sport, but I was in the middle of doing about 10 different things when I was leaving. Yeah, Andrew. Oh, misconduct in all public office. Yeah, but it's all tied to the times of Jeffrey Epstein. They didn't charge him with the child trafficking and all the other crap that's going on Epstein's file, but they said it was just misconduct while in office. And I think for in the UK there, that's that he could be facing a life sentence, or he's old enough that it would be a life sentence there. And the icing on the cake there is they arrested him right on his 66th birthday. I mean, they literally sat there and waited till his birthday to fucking arrest him. Oh, I hate that fucking part for the course. But they didn't have anything on him that they wouldn't dare go after someone in their own family. And all these people. Yeah, so the rest for the stuff with Epstein is finally coming. It might not be the charges that people want, but the rest are starting to come. And it was pissing me off there when I was going through fucking Facebook there, and people are like, "Oh, there's just they're just throwing you a bone or some ice in the cake." I was like, "No, it's starting with the people that need to be arrested. That they're not going to go down without a fight. And these are people that can afford the big old lawyers, the city lawyers there. You need to have you better have some damn good evidence if you're going to arrest them and accuse them of shit." But they probably took out the hardest one to take out there would be someone of the royal family. Though I think he was kicked out of stripped of all his royal titles. So that might not be as big as a bone as it might have used to be. And I wonder if he got to blow out any of his candles, LOL. Oh no, with his title, they might have given him that luxury before they hauled him out of the house. And here's Pickles to say something asinine. How's it going, Pickles?
What's going on? It ain't Tuesday. What the hell are you doing a gorilla stream for?
It's Thursday.
I thought you only did these on Tuesday, the Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, well, Germ's busy having an aneurysm with Star Trek Academy with Teague.
Oh yeah, that garbage show. That's cool. I was over on Cockney stream making him have an aneurysm, so I guess that's equal play.
Yeah. So no, I just sit there talking about Prince Andrew getting arrested, and the arrests are finally starting to happen. That
Nothing's
we've been wanting
happening.
for the last year.
He's already out of jail. He's already back home. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Yeah, but he still has to go in front of a magistrate
With no proof.
Oh,
They don't have any proof.
If they're going to arrest a member of the royal family there, they got something on him.
No, they don't. Stop WWE bullshit, dude. This is all for looks. They don't got shit. If they had shit, they would have charged him right away. Why didn't they charge him right away? Why did they just arrest him? It was just for show. They charged him after, maybe. I didn't even hear about that from when I last heard. They did not charge him with anything.
They're just a second.
Eugene Bird, you're the king. Super chats making our cigars sing. Lighting the lounge, keeping it free. You're the sugar daddy of Gorilla. Thank you, Eugene. You're the best, better than all the rest. With every puff, we raise a cheer. Eugene Bird, our hero here. Eugene Bird, you're the king. Super chats making our stars sing. Lighting the lounge, keeping it free.
daddy of Gorilla. Thank you, Eugene, you're the best. Better than all the rest. With every puff we raise a cheer. Eugene Burr, our hero here. Ah.
Thank you very much, old man Bird. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. He sent the super chat thing because money. And he sent us a super sticker. Thank you very much for that old man Bird. Thank you. Hey, say hello to both of us. No, but they did charge
what
him.
up? What up, Bird?
They charged him with misconduct while in office, or misconduct in office. There, which for him it'll be carrying a life sentence for him.
Oh, really?
But because he's a royal family, he's probably because they do this with a lot of stuff. There you go in, get your fingerprints, get your mugshot. Then they release you on your own recognizance to show up in front of a magistrate. They do this with a lot of stuff, even felonies.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm my money is on they're just gonna give him a slap on the wrist, and even if they do arrest him or he goes to jail, he's going to get special treatment. It's just a fact. I mean, I'd be really shocked if anything else happens. He's not gonna get raped in prison or anything. I mean, look at that Maxwell lady. That Maxwell lady is like sipping tea in prison right now because she told everybody that Trump was a good boy in front of Epstein. I mean, who the fuck? They say nobody's above the law. Everybody's above the fucking law. There's so many people above the law. It's not even funny. Only the poor people say that.
She was turning a lot of evidence over. Now we just gotta get Pam Bondi to get off her fucking ass there and actually do her fucking job. The problem. Pam Bondi should just get the fuck out of there.
All of them need to get the fuck out of there. All of them need to get out, dude. And then there's not one straight shooting freaking politicians I can even think of right now. There's not one straight shooting politician ever.
Thomas Massey.
None of them. They all have self-interest. Not one has done anything to influence my life or your life or any of the actual people of America. You talk about making America great again. The only way you make America great is by making Americans great. So where do I see the story of Americans being great? Because I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. No tax on tips yet. They're taxing tips. No tax on overtime, but they're taxing on overtime. More lies, more BS, more spin.
My overtime got its taxes reduced.
Only some people got their overtime reduced, and it was only reduced. It wasn't eliminated. No tax on overtime means no tax on overtime at all. Not partially, not after approval, not after whatever the hell hoops you have to jump through. That means because it's no tax on overtime, you actually have to work so many hours of overtime to even be initiated into that no tax on overtime. You have to be approved to get it. And even if you do get it, it's only a portion of your overtime. It's only a portion of your tips.
It's still going in the right direction. You can't get all that.
What direction,
away,
man? Who the fuck is moving? I'm not moving. Are you moving?
Hey, my paychecks are getting bigger. And my money's going
by
farther.
How much? By enough that matters?
To me, yeah, it does matter.
No, by enough that matters.
To me, it's mattering.
So what did you do that you couldn't do before?
Well, I'm getting more food. I went on vacation for the first time.
So you got a little bit more food that you were already making less of to begin with. So maybe you're back at normal right now. Would you say that you're buying more food than you deserve?
And I went on vacation for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah, well, you saved up for that. That wasn't Trump. Don't even try to tell me that was Trump.
I lost a lot of my money under Biden.
Dude, you do know, there's no, wait, did you get your tax returns already?
No.
Okay, so what the fuck does any of that have to do with Trump?
Because with our prices, our gas and everything going down, my electric and my natural gas all going down there, I was able to put away money to go on vacation.
So
Versus
gas went down $2 a gallon, and all of a sudden you can go on a vacation.
my
Something
natural
sounds
gas,
fishy, dude.
my natural gas costs got cut in half. My electricity bills it's starting to go down.
Starting to go
Again.
down. Gorilla, stop bullshitting me, dude. A freaking vacation costs thousands of dollars. I highly doubt you saved thousands of dollars already.
No, it saved me a lot of money.
Now, a lot of money is subjective. Did you save thousands of? Is your vacation fully funded by Trump's freaking actions? Yes or no?
My whole vacation cost me about $900.
What cheap vacation did you go on? 900. You're telling me that vacation cruise you went on only cost you $900?
For my ticket in the hotel rooms, the souvenirs and food and stuff.
Yeah, what about the cruise? You went on a fucking cruise. There's no way you went on a cruise for $900, bro.
Yeah, my family covered that part.
Oh, but your family, are they president?
Yeah, but I was able to put away that money to go on vacation. Before I was there's a lot of times under Biden where I'd be getting down to like $5, $10 into my account. I could not save anything. But under once all this Trump started turning things around, I got a big raise, and also a lot of stuff started getting a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time believing that, Gorilla. It's way too soon, and plus your parents paid for it. I doubt your vacation was paid by Trump, dude. It's too early to make. I didn't make any money, bro. Like if I sat here and say, "Oh yeah, I made $3,000 because of Trump," I'd be more than happy to say that I got an extra $3,000 because of Trump. But I've got nothing but higher fucking bills. Yeah, maybe the gas is a little bit lower, but that's about it. But you know what? It's the government's fault because the gas should have been that much to begin with. So, like anything extra, I guarantee you the little bit I saved on gas doesn't have nothing to do with me affording a fucking vacation, for God's sake. So we lost Gorilla. Hey, PvP. But I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody can sit here and show receipts that they actually saved enough money to have a vacation because of what Trump did.
Well, I don't go on vacations.
I don't know what the fucking word means.
Well, I went on one 2 years ago, and my cousin and I went to Vancouver to see the 1970s punk band, The Damned, which was a great concert.
Every time I go on vacation, it requires me lifting a lid before I piss.
Can you guys?
Yeah, you there, Gorilla?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Everything just whacked out on here on me for a second.
Well,
Let's see.
your Trump
that
internet
says
really,
Pimp.
really holding in there, huh?
No, it's a fucking Minnesota internet.
Oh, now it's not Trump.
Yeah, Pam Bondi scares me stiff. Swing.
Ken Blondie's a stupid
But it's
little
also
bitch.
this
You realize
computer's
she was
also
literally
big-
holding an automatic weapon to like her to an officer's head, right?
Who?
Pam Bondi. Wait, no, my bad. No, you're talking about Bondi. That I'm talking. That was the other lady. Sorry, I'm getting confused for a second. I keep getting Bondi confused with Gnome.
Yeah.
That Christy Gnome lady.
Old Pepper says, thanks to Trump for raising the standard deduction and not raising my taxes 30% to match the cost of everything else. Well, there you go.
Sorry, what was that
It
again?
made a big difference.
Thanks to
It made a
Trump for
big difference
raising my
to
standard
Old Pepper.
deduction. Oh, wait, that's not a good thing. Are you talking about deduction off what? Taxes? Deduction off taxes?
yeah,
Of what you
that's-
claim, you mean? When you itemize your taxes? Or is he talking about deduction that you have to pay? Forgive me, I'm not a
something to do
CPA.
with this taxes, sir.
Well, isn't all his tax stuff not until next year anyway? All these stupid things that he's doing for taxes is for 2026 taxes. It's not for this year. It's not for last year taxes. It's for this year taxes. That means you won't see that until next year. You can't, unless he proactively changed the taxes, which I did not hear about.
No, these are I think that they all they did was they codified the tax cuts he did in his first term, and they expanded on them. And welcome, welcome. You go, hello, howdy, fruitcakes. And welcome, Charlotte. Welcome.
Yeah.
It's been to his the standard deduction is not an itemized deduction; it's the opposite. Okay, standard deduction helps the poor. It's a good thing.
Oh, standard. Okay, so the people who go to TurboTax. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and let's see. Lemon pie citrus. Upgrade the citrus now.
Which you already make less than if you itemized.
Yeah, but yeah, at least we can say we're in a lot better shape out here than New York is right now. With but fucking New York's already with all this promise of free crap there. They're already dipping into the rainy fund coffers, and they said they're going to raise taxes on property taxes on everybody if the state doesn't give them the wealth tax. But they raise the taxes on the wealthy, they're just going to say fuck it and move it like most of them already did anyhow.
That's what they say, but they don't prove it. There's no proof in any of this. It costs money to move. You just can't move. Where's the proof? Like I want to see actual proof, man. No one's showing proof. They're just saying catchphrases and clickbait titles. I don't see any proof.
The billionaires have already left New York. It's not that hard for someone who has billions of dollars just to move.
Yes,
they've already lost hundreds of thousands of people.
You just can't move, dude. There's a lot of things that come into moving, bro. And I don't see any proof whatsoever. No one's showing proof. I literally just watched Fox News say they were talking about the Mandami thing. As much as I'm not a fucking socialist or a communist, I had to sit here and listen to Fox News say, well, here's the comparison of New York City to Pennsylvania and Florida. And she even screwed up and said that she had to and the way she said it, she was like, oh, I mean a city versus a state. So the city is making just as much money, if not more, the budget, than an entire state. But then the way they made you look at it, they were comparing New York City to Florida and Pennsylvania. Well, let me tell you something right now. It's New York City, not New York State. So they were already lying about the demographic and showing you these numbers. Oh, see the populations are different and the number. You're comparing a city to a fucking state. That was the latest Fox News video too, like half an hour ago. They were talking about Mandami and shit, and they were trying to talk shit. And they had the freaking polls, they had the freaking data, and they were comparing New York City to the entire state of Florida. Of course, the numbers are going to be skewed.
Okay, according to the Daily Comment, recent migration trends confirm the damage. More than 125,000 New Yorkers have fled to Florida in just the past few years, carrying nearly $14 billion worth of income with them, according to the Citizens Budget Commission. So
people have been moving from Florida to New York for decades.
No, it's the other way around. They're leaving New York City because of the taxes and moving to Florida.
That's what I said. Dude, that's what I said.
No, you said the other way around.
No, I didn't. I said people have been leaving New York for Florida for decades, I said.
No, you said the opposite. Girl is
okay,
right.
so let me correct that. People have been leaving New York for Florida for decades. Like the literal joke is that Florida is the retirement home for New York. That has been a joke for decades. Decades, man.
But all these billionaires and billionaires are leaving New York because of the taxes. You think it's not that hard for them to move. They could just change their address, pack up and fucking leave. It's not that hard. For me, yes, it's hard to move because I don't have the money to move. But these billionaires and billionaires, they have the money to do that. It's very fucking easy for them.
Gorilla, I love you. But let's think about this like legitimately. If you're a billionaire, first of all, you already know what the best state to live in is. They already have homes all over the place. Okay, so you're saying they're moving out of New York. That's like one of their homes out of 10 of their homes. Okay, it's not like they're primarily in New York. They're billionaires. They already know. They already paid people to know what's the best state to live in. This is nothing. Like I said, they're blowing up. They're just blowing up.
They're selling their New York properties.
That's fine. So what? Everybody sells properties, bro. People buy properties. People sell properties.
Yeah, and the city can't tax it, so that they're not getting income tax or the property tax from these people because they're leaving. They're leaving because of the taxes.
So what? Only one person.
$14 billion in a couple of years. That's a lot of fucking money that the city's not getting. And that's why they got a $5 billion deficit in 2 months from this fucking Mandami asshole.
I highly doubt that, dude. And I want to see the proof and evidence. That's all I'm asking for. Change my mind. Show me the proof. Show me the evidence. Did any of these people who say this stuff actually show you any evidence? Yes or no?
Yeah, right here from the Daily Kind. Talk about the people fucking leaving.
Yeah. That's again hearsay. All you're showing me is hearsay. Show me proof and evidence. Don't show me hearsay.
Okay,
bro.
what proof? What kind of proof do you want?
I want numbers. I want freaking. Go ahead.
And what source does it have to come from before you're going to acknowledge it might actually be factual?
I mean that too, but
this is from the Daily Economy. But
are they all just bullshit?
You're just showing us an article from another person who's saying hearsay. Well, you're not showing me any.
LDG, I would like to know what you're basing your opinions on. What facts do you?
I don't have an opinion. I'm just saying I want to see proof. I'm not saying anything.
You've been nothing but giving opinions since the stream started, man.
No, but I've. Okay, all right. Let's reset our English a little bit. I am not saying a damn thing. I'm only saying I want to see proof about the stories I'm hearing because you can't trust any of these people. Their job is to spin news.
Okay, how many articles do you want?
I don't want a fucking article. I want freaking actual public information, a FOIA request. I want to see like actual documentation, not a fucking article.
Okay, you got the $1,000 for a FOIA request?
I don't know how much a FOIA request costs. Last time I checked, I didn't think it was much because I do FOIA requests every month, and they don't cost me a dime. I pull up public information requests every single month. It doesn't cost me a dime. I do it for free. They give me access to the website. I go to the .gov website. I say I want the information based on XYZ, and then I have to wait a couple days for them to send me an email, and I get an Excel file with all the information I requested. It doesn't cost me a dime. And I get people's personal information, their phone number, email address, every address, the whole 9 yards. I can get all the public information I want for free. So I don't know what you mean by saying it costs thousands of dollars. It doesn't even make sense that it should cost thousands of dollars. It should be free.
Okay, I'm going to the official New York City government page. Let's see if we can find it here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that, man. If you can show me some fucking shit, I will, change my mind, man. I'm tired of hearing the bandwagon channels and these fucking, these young channels with fucking nothing but low generation people following them and commenting, and they're making these titles and articles, and all they're doing is feeding to the demographic that gives them clicks and likes. Can you show me some serious proof and I'll be on board, and then I can finally give you my opinion. But until then, I haven't given a damn single opinion yet. I have not said a thing. Rewind the stream. I have not given an opinion about this at all.
I tried giving you a fucking information, but you said, since the source doesn't like what you don't like what the source says, you're saying it's not a good enough source.
So when you say everything that Gorilla says is wrong, that's not an opinion.
Oh, no, I didn't say it was wrong. I said
I'll rewrite the word opinion in the dictionary. Thank you.
Yes, please do, dude, because I never said that, man. Come on, dude, listen to me.
You were constantly accusing Gorilla of not backing up his facts.
I'm not backing it up with, yes, that is not saying he's wrong.
But that is an opinion that you're expressing.
Asking for proof is not an opinion, PvP.
What is it then?
It's asking for proof.
What is it?
So I can make an opinion.
No. That you're copping out now. You're totally.
That's copping out.
It's an opinion.
When you're asking, what? Maybe I'm speaking a different language. I'm sorry.
When you're asking for proof, you have an opinion as to what the proof you're asking for. It's either you agree.
Definitely. I'm definitely saying the proof. Yeah, I'm definitely questioning his source, but my opinion is I'm questioning the source.
There you go.
Because all he's giving me.
I'm
with you. Okay, there you go. I'm with you, PvP. So I'm definitely questioning because he's not showing anything that's actually official. Those articles are not official information. They're fucking opinion articles. Prove me wrong. I want proof. Like, is it so hard? Like, do you really want to attack the guy who's saying, hey, listen, I would love to have an opinion about this, but can you please give me a source that's actually legitimate? Like that? You're going to attack me for that?
Well, what do you get? Like, what do you consider a legitimate source that can make me download a bunch of PDF files?
Original documents, something from a .gov, something from freaking a legitimate source. Like, just hearing somebody say, oh, billions of billionaires are leaving New York City. Anybody can say that. Where's the fucking proof that proves that they're reporting? Like, if you're going to report on something, you're reporting on a source. So show me the source that shows that billionaires are leaving right now, because last time I checked, they're not. I've never heard anything of people leaving. I mean, New York is still running. There's still plenty of people in New York. I mean, even if the billionaires leave, the businesses they have still stay in New York. It's not like, a billionaire might leave, but it's not about the billionaire that leaves. It's about the billion people who follow that billionaire or give that billionaire money, or whoever's connected to that billionaire. Those are the people that we care about. Are people leaving in groves right now because one billionaire decides to leave? I mean, out of all the people we said that were going to leave when Trump won office, I think the only one I think actually left was Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, all those people said that they're gonna leave. Never did. There's a couple other ones that are leaving, but that's mostly because that was after the Epstein list was. They said that the list was gonna be finally coming out, but.
I just want proof, man, and I ain't gonna try to sing the same tune like too many times. But catch up on chat, see if anybody says. If you guys want to make fun of me, you're more than happy to.
Yeah, because your source saying that they're not leaving is legit. All my sources saying that they're leaving is not legit. I got it.
No. Let's rephrase this. I said that there's no source that I have showing billionaires leaving. I got no source that says billionaires are actually leaving.
Yeah, and I can show you. And I can show you dozens of news articles that say they are. And
actual sources, not hearsay, dude. I got billions of articles that say billionaires are not leaving.
Okay. So a registered news organization is not a legitimate source.
No, they're not anymore. The news, the private news sector is not the same as it was 50 years ago, man. You know this. News
Yeah, and
organizations
all my
only spend to their
independents.
freaking demographic. The people who watch them, the people who watch Fox News, CNN, ABC, NBC, all the fucking things, even the late night shows. They just like the same YouTubers that are big and popular, and you think they're everything, but they only bow down to the people who watch them, who click and give them likes and subscriptions. That's all they pander to, bro. Fox News does it, NBC, ABC, all of them do it. They only pander to the people who watch them.
All right. So Charlotte says, I love Seinfeld. And Scurvy says, hot lady in the chat alert.
Thank you. I'm loving Seinfeld right now.
Haven't always been Scurvy. And hey, Sit-Dad, how's it going? And YouTube has been more aggressive about blocking chats lately. I haven't been censored in a while, though.
Yeah, it has. Nope,
course,
I totally agree with you, Lemon. You know, I was talking to this with a couple of friends the other day, and we were having this one question, and I'll say this real quick, and you can continue with the chat real quick. How many big YouTubers do you not watch anymore that you used to watch when they first got big and popular, but now they sold out, and they only pander to their little fucking demographic, and you don't watch them anymore? You know, how many people don't watch Asman anymore? How many people don't watch The Quartering anymore? How many people don't watch freaking Steven Crowder anymore? You know, all these big YouTubers, they're only pandering to the younger generation that are young, dumb, and full of cum.
I've only unsubscribed the last year or two. And I guess we need Biden back then. Oh, don't give me an aneurysm,
Biden.
Bird. I already got to deal with this here. Welcome, Jay. Welcome. Check census if you want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look Scurvy. Let's see. LDJ wants to hear all the facts of conspiracy theories he believes in real life.
Listen, I said this once, I'll say it again. The earth is flat. The oceans are not carbonated. That was a joke. You guys got to give me like at least a small laugh. You don't get it?
I was going to say, I'm not even getting that. I got it. Let's see. The census. Okay, Scurvy says the census shows New York State decline, Florida increase in population.
But that census is like 4 years. So, they did not do a census recently. When was the last census? Wasn't it like 4 years ago?
6. Let's see. New York City can lie about their numbers, LDG. Oh, I think some of Californians lying about their numbers, but that's a whole different song. Well, although I guess most journalism is hard to trust, but you know. Charlotte, how have you been? I'm all right, busy as heck, working hard. How are you doing, Scurvy? And Jay's asking how's Charlotte? I'm good, ma'am. Pull up the facts and proof that LDG is officially his crazy nut job that needs help desperately. You know, I don't need to pull up a spreadsheet for that. Just need to put your buds in.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a dead hard fact. You don't need a source for that, but.
Oh, I did. I'm just about done. And oh yeah, Ellen DeGeneres. Oh yeah, entered in it.
Ellen, right.
Her fucking car. She left.
Ellen's her
own. I heard they're coming back to the U.S. Yeah, no discussion. You're just an argument. Bill J, you know I've been. Wish the small celebrities would leave the U.S. Don't come to Canada. Oh, we'll send them to Canada.
Did you hear some of the stories about Canada recently? Oh my God, dude. I'm like really I'm only a quarter Canadian, but I'm really getting angry about what the shit I'm hearing about Canada.
I have plenty to say about Canada, but I don't know if I'll get a word in, so that's why I've been muted most of the stream.
No, that's just because it's okay, PvP. I'm not freaking cam.
Let's see. Don't what? I'm not sure. I only listen to Candace Owens, Amelia. Oh, Candace Owens has gone on for a fucking rocket for one time. All the stuff I've seen. Jesus Christ.
I listen to dead people.
Christ.
Time travelers.
Candace Owens has gone off the rocker. Her thing is she'll insinuate something. She's just throwing fucking shit at the wall and see what sticks, and then she throws all this into. I'm not saying this, but then she implies it.
You know, that would make a great channel. The I'll throw shit at the wall and see what sticks channel. I bet you'd get some good ratings too if you were just throwing shit at a wall a week after
Okay,
week.
just for the record,
I bet you'd get views. How much you guys want to bet you'd get views?
All right,
most of them are
you guys all heard it here. PvP wants to see a bunch of feces thrown at a wall. Just so that we all heard.
No,
that,
I'm just saying that would probably get a lot of attention if you named a channel that.
Right?
I'm not saying I want to see it. I'm just saying it would be funny if somebody actually did that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Brett Cooper and Candace Owens there, Jay. Candace Owens is one of the largest podcasters around. And Charles says, "What the fuck?" Okay, I hope that's a joke. All right, if you're an independent like Amelia, but if you want someone that digs dirt, Candace. Nah, she's just one of those. She just throws a bunch of shit at the wall.
Well, she's doing the same exact thing that Tim Pool's doing. She's the anti-Tim Pool. Candace is literally the anti-Tim Pool, bro. She's doing the same exact thing Tim Pool does. It's just Tim Pool is more conservative and she's more freaking wacko. Because she is a fucking nut job, but she's doing she's like the Mr. Beast of fucking, conspiracies.
Let's see. I didn't say I don't like Candace, but I don't go after a widow. There, exactly. So the next thing on the list here, because we're getting nowhere on the New York thing here. PvP, how about you take the lead with that? Seriously, that maybe you know more about this than what I've heard, but there's some 6-year-old up in Canada who had seasonal depression. So his doctor told him how to deteriorate his body enough so that he could qualify for the MAID program.
I have heard about it. I have not done any research on it yet, but I have noticed sources that have been talking about that. That is affirmative.
Oh, I missed the point. What she was so depressive that what?
No, this kid had seasonal depressive disorder, which millions of people have, but that's no reason to help them commit suicide, which is what the MAID program does. It's the Liberal Party government, the feds making it possible for people to kill themselves, medically assisted suicide. And I think it's absolutely disgusting. It started off. Let me talk about it. It started off as a program that was only for the terminally ill. It was only for people that were extremely ill, people that were near end of life, people that were suffering greatly. Very, very no quality of life left, just pain and suffering. That's what it was originally meant to be that. But then they started expanding it. They started expanding it to people with depression. They started expanding it to children. They started expanding it to veterans, so they didn't have to pay veterans a pension if the veterans would just agree to be euthanized instead and save the government money. Now I've heard, this is unconfirmed. I'm going to put it out there. I have heard rumors. I have not confirmed a source yet that they are even considering bringing in infants into the program, like newly born babies, and putting them into the MAID program for assisted death.
That's where I draw the. Sorry, you're done.
There's something very fucked up with Canada these days, and that's just the tip of one iceberg. There's a lot of other things I could discuss.
I would love to talk about this if Gorilla's okay with it.
There's a reason I brought it up, because this is something that should be discussed because it's like because everybody's wanting the socialized healthcare, but it seems like a lot of these countries that have socialized healthcare, as soon as you start costing too much damn money, We have this program that you can help.
Yeah,
But,
but
just one
no,
second, though. I want to
no.
say welcome to Suzanne Eckstein. Welcome,
Hello.
Suzanne. I want to say,
The thing,
I just want to say hi to her.
okay, the thing is, socialized healthcare came into Canada with Tommy Douglas, like, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago, like ancient times. It's been socialized medicine here. And over the decades, I'm sure it's expanded a little bit here, a little bit there. And it was working very well for the most part until the Liberals came into power 11 years ago. And that's when the MAID shit started. It was the federal Liberals under Justin Trudeau that introduced this crap, because it wasn't around. This shit wasn't around like a dozen years ago, guys. It's in recent history. And it's the fucking feds here that have introduced this. And I actually watched a video in a House of Commons committee meeting where they get people from all parties, both major parties, discussing a topic and calling people in to testify under oath, interview them. I'll never forget the one I watched was with a veteran, and she had been trying to get her pension, which she had earned defending the country. She had earned a pension, but the feds were fighting her to not pay her pension. But the feds did offer for her to accept MAID, and they'd be happy to put her to sleep. I actually watched this. Woman testify under oath before both Liberal and Conservative Party members of Parliament. So, I don't know how much more official I can get than that. And it's absolutely shocking. It's incredible. I mean, I can't believe what Canada's become under the Liberal Party in the last 11 years. But the trouble is, all the idiots elected Carney a year ago, and it's gotten even worse since then. The deficit's gone up, food prices are through the ceiling, crime in the streets. They're pouring in immigrants from the third world that have no Western values. They really despise Western civilization. I watched too many videos about that too out on the streets, because there are actually some accredited news channels that go out on the streets and actually interview people. They don't just sit at the CBC on their fat asses and make shit up. And by the way, one of the reporters, Rosemary Barton, got caught this week after they finished doing a news story. She forgot to turn her mic off. So she had a hot mic on still. And at the end of it, she goes, "Oh, I just made all that up anyway." This was supposedly a journalist, and she goes, "Oh, I just made it all up anyway."
Most of them do.
Yeah, but this is a 1.5 billion taxpayer-funded liberal media company. I don't want my tax dollars going there, but $1.5 billion of them do every year. And these journalists at CBC, they lie and lie. I can't remember the last time they said anything honest, because it's just they want to keep their paychecks rolling in every couple of weeks, so they're just going to toe the Liberal Party line.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they do.
You're right. You're right. You're right about that. But that's the main focus of all they care about is their own paychecks, man. That's what I'm saying. Half these people don't speak for most
They don't
of them.
give a fuck about the Canadian people.
They say they speak for. Well, that's why I'm tired of people saying that they speak for a majority of us when 90% of their audience is 24 years and younger. It's really fucking annoying.
The problem with CBC is a lot of their audience are older.
Well,
because they've been watching CBC for 30, 40, 50 years. And that's why they still believe it's good. Because I'll tell you, 10, 12 years ago, the CBC was a pretty good news channel. They actually had some good reporters on there. The last one I remember that was the anchor on the nightly news was a guy called Peter Mansbridge. He was a very good, down-to-earth, nuts and bolts reporter that would actually dig into a story. Sometimes he'd do 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the last half of the hour discussing one topic of interest for that week. He was a good reporter. And then when he retired, after a year or two, it all went to shit. And it was obvious, painfully obvious.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
right.
Oh man,
Let's
but
take a
listen,
couple
Haven't
chats
pounded yet,
real
but
quick.
with grocery prices, we might be soon.
I'm totally for freaking. If you want to
Yeah.
reset, hey Suzanne, what's going on? You got tired of dipshit over there? Yeah. Listen, if you want to
Yeah, hey.
reset, you got the right to reset yourself. Now, if they're talking about infants, and that's where I draw the line, you got to at least be, conscious enough to make the decision if you don't want to wake up the next morning. But I got no issue with that. Like, even if depression can be just as bad as a illness, right? You can have like stage 12 cancer and stage 12 depression, and it's equally the same. Like, I totally get that.
I was seriously bullied as a kid for years and years and years and years. My parents, I had a horrible household. My parents fought. It was a violent situation. It was not fun. I had a shitty childhood, and I got very depressed. But I'll tell you what, I never thought of, offing myself, because I thought, I can grow from this and get through this and be a better person, which is what I fucking did. So
Yeah.
you just don't cuddle kids, basically telling them that take the easy way out. Why don't they offer them some counseling? Maybe get a good psychologist or psychiatrist to sit down with these kids and give them some months of counseling. If they actually gave a fuck, why don't they put some fucking funding into that, feds? Why don't you fucking fund that?
That would be
instead of
nice.
funding suicide.
That would be totally nice, but I don't think you realize that, or maybe you do. I don't know, but
I
like
realize
a lot
anything.
of people who are depressed, they counsel themselves. They've already been there, done that. They've already had the conversations with themselves time and over again.
Well,
And not just because you might believe when you die, that's it, and you call it the easy way out. Some people actually know that they kill themselves. They just come right back as somebody else somewhere else, and it's time just to fast forward past
yeah, well,
this.
whatever. That's a
This
nice theory.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, so a lot of people who say,
The thing is, though, I don't really care if somebody wants to off themselves. That's their business. What I care about is my tax dollars going to help them do it. Now, I'm okay if it's a seriously ill person that's suffering. I'm fine with that. That's what it was originally meant to be, and that was it. But they keep expanding it, and they keep expanding it.
PvP, you do realize what you just said, right? Like, it would cost you more money if they did not kill themselves. Your tax dollars would be more if they didn't kill themselves.
I don't get where you went from there.
I'm saying it would cost less money from your tax dollars to end themselves so they can reset and come back later, or if they stay alive and
I don't think they reset.
mooch off your
and
tax
that's the end of
dollars
it.
because of all the programs that they would have to stay in.
You're saying that a human life is only worth so many tax dollars.
No, I'm saying that you're bitching.
Well, it sounds like you just said
You're
that.
saying that you don't want your tax dollars to help kill people, but you're okay with your tax dollars keeping them alive in pain and suffering.
No, you fuck off. Don't twist my fucking words.
You're
Now
throwing
you're
words
pissing
Okay,
me
in
well,
mouth
then
there.
wait a second. Wait a second. Stop.
Shut up.
PvP, it's
Shut
time
up.
an adult talks to you, PvP.
I'm
It's
an
time that you
adult.
speak to an
Don't talk
adult,
down to me like I'm a
PvP.
fucking
So
child.
if you're untwist my words, then PvP.
Okay,
Because what you're
said-
saying is if your tax dollars doesn't end them, that they would have to be on those programs and that you would be paying for, whether it be food stamps or freaking like what you said, counseling.
Well,
You would be paying
what
for
he's
those
saying
people
is
for a lot
he doesn't
longer.
LDG, what PvP's trying to say is
what I said was I am fully in favor of assisted suicide with a doctor if the person is suffering, if they're in pain, if they're at end of life stage.
Okay, and depression is suffering.
I'm not in favor of killing a 12-year-old just because they had a bad week, which is where this
Well, that's not what I'm saying. PvP, come on, get back onto the platform here. We're not talking about.
I was in favor of pain.
We're not talking about 12-year-olds who had a bad week.
Well, there are
PvP.
kids that are being killed.
No, you're right. Yes. Okay. I'll agree with you on that, PvP, but that's not what I was saying. I'm talking about people with real depression, years and years and years, day after day after day of depression, bro. I'm talking about serious fucking depression. Okay, the kind of depression that I've been through, that I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been through. I mean, I've contemplated killing myself plenty of times, PvP. And let me tell you something right now. Not one of those times was because I had a bad fucking week.
I wasn't talking about you. You realize that. You
No, I
understand
know.
that, don't you?
Again,
As an adult,
ping pong,
you're going to twist my words, a generality into a
I'm
specific.
talking about people who don't.
You're
I'm not
twisting-
talking
you're
about that
twisting
though.
something, a generalization I made into a specific about you.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get your input
Because
here,
it's
and you keep
about
saying
you.
that I'm twisting your words. I'm trying
Well,
to
you
find
are.
out what your input is. So I need you to stay on board with the conversation without jumping off the freaking hinge here. I'm talking about people who've gone through serious depression, who like literally had life thrown in their fucking face, fucking for years, bro. Like literally serious depression.
We're in rerun
Not that they
land
got
now.
an
This
F
is
on
a
a
broken
test or
record
some
spinning.
girlfriend broke up with them. I'm
I
talking
don't
about.
care what the personal situation is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the trigger was. Okay, let's be adults here. The thing is, I have no problem if somebody wants to take a bottle of sleeping pills or put a gun in their mouth. I don't care. That's their business. That's their private hell.
Okay.
I have no say in that, and I don't want to have a say in it. Okay. What
Okay.
I'm saying is, I don't want my federal government tax dollars to go funding, giving people an easy out when they should at least try and get counseling first. That's what I'm saying. Now, if that's unreasonable, I guess I'm an unreasonable person. Sorry.
Well, when you say it that way, like what I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of people who have that level of depression already tried.
I've known people that were in counseling. I've known people that were on a lot of meds. I'm not a fool. I've been around the block a couple hundred times. I've known people that were seriously depressed. Okay. So I'm well aware of what depression can be.
So you're okay with them then? You're okay with them? You paying a couple dollars to lighten their suffering?
Well, luckily they got a treatment, and
yes. Okay. So real quick, I'm not trying to sound like a dick. If they found their way back to reality, like I did, because I'm one of those people. Okay, I found my way back to reality.
I know people that have, thankfully.
Okay,
and I'm glad they did.
I'm glad
they're still around.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm talking about the what if, the people who don't and still want to do it. Then do you have a problem with that then?
Well, no,
I agree with you. I don't want to fucking pay for people who have a bad day and want to kill them. I don't want to pay for that either. Like I'm with you on that.
If you want to go solo and do it, one thing to remember though, because I've had suicides in my life. I've known several people that ended themselves.
Oh, other people, okay, because that sounded weird at first.
I've had a close family member that did. It was not pretty. It was not pretty at all.
Yeah.
And I had a friend of a friend, but I had a very good friend, and his friend, she killed herself, and that sucked too. I've known, I'm familiar with the ramifications, and the thing is, it's not just the person that's suffering; it's all the people in their life when they do it. All those people, their lives change forever, and their lives don't change in a good way. Their lives generally change in a bad way. And I know some people, when they lose somebody close to them, like family or friends, they can go on themselves in a downward spiral for decades afterwards. So it's not just as simple as, they're gone and everything's nice and clean now. No. It doesn't work like that. There's usually survivors left behind, and they're the ones that ended up having to deal with the mess of what happened.
Well, there's always collateral damage. I don't know if that's the term for it, but like even when I had a friend who killed himself, like I was collateral damage because I was like questioning myself and everything, and I'm like, dear God, the guy killed himself, and I was one of his best friends, and I'm like, oh fuck, did I have something to do with it? Like, did I not do something good enough? Was I not there enough for him? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. And so there is like, and I don't know a better word than to say collateral damage, because it's like There are people who, like, when you kill yourself, there are people who, there are people who care about you, and there are people who are going to miss you, and there are people who, like, never saw you the way you thought you were being seen, and like, it's complicated, and the whole 9 yards, and I'm totally with you on that, and I am trying to say that I want my tax dollars going to somebody who had a bad day that wants to off the bells, but I'm only talking about, and just to clarify for those right now who are, like, cursing my name right now. I'm only talking about people who have legitimate depression, like, because I've been there, done that. I've had friends who've done that. I've literally seen people for the last time, and the next morning had to hear about, what happened. So, like, I'm only talking about, like, that kind of depression, like serious fucking depression, because a lot of those people have depression that starts from when they're, like, they go to school, and they got, like, decades of depression. You know what I mean? Decades of the shit,
I know what you
and they're
mean,
just sick and fucking tired of it.
That was my life for the first 20
And
years.
they don't see a way out of it. And and if you even said, "Oh, why don't you go to a counselor?" They're like, "Fuck you. What is a counselor going to do to decades of depression?" Unless I wake up tomorrow and the world is Willy Wonka, unless something seriously fucking changes with society, there are people in bodies right now that their bodies are literally fucking prisons. Like, their physical body is nothing but a fucking prison. And I know exactly how that feels. And I know exactly the hell that comes with that. And, to be honest, like I said, it all comes down to your religion and your beliefs. Like, do you believe you die? Do you believe you come back? Do you believe whatever? That I think that the AIDS a lot of that thought. And that is directly related to those idiots who fucking want to go out taking everybody with them, and they go do some stupid school shooting or run over 100 people and shit.
Are you talking about Tumbler Ridge?
Not specifically. I don't know that person, but I'm just saying.
Tumbler Ridge was a school massacre up north in BC here about a week and a half ago.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I can understand how those people. That's why I hate that. That's just why, I hate Fox News and all that shit when they talk about people who do this, and they're just like, "Oh, negative, negative, negative." I'm like, you don't realize that person could have been the next, he could have been the next, MLK. He could have been the next, Armstrong.
Oh, well, we're talking about two different topics then, because the person who massacred all those school kids was not going to be the next great person. Believe me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know that, and I'm sure
I
there's
know that.
exceptions to the. I know there are exceptions to the rule.
I watched enough about them. They were not a good person. They were spinning. They were in a downward spiral so hard. They were basically losing their fucking mind. And
I know there are exceptions to the rule.
This was beyond depression. This was into major psychosis.
I understand there's exceptions to the rule. I do understand that, but last time I checked, even Hitler was like a nice kid.
About Tumbler Ridge, because this person killed 9 people, including himself and his mother, 7 school children dead, 25 other school children and wounded. Some of them are still in critical condition in the hospital. And there's one girl that's been fighting for her life a week now. I've been following updates. Beautiful little girl, her whole life ahead of her, 12 years old. This guy puts a bullet in her brain, and her parents keep updating every day or so on Facebook. She's a fighter. I mean, they had her in end of life, and then they moved her this past week into the intensive care unit because it seems like she may have a chance of coming back. She'll probably never be the same again because she's paralyzed on one side, and the doctors have said the brain damage is similar to a stroke, so she may not fully recover. But she has been starting to try and breathe on her own, and her eyes have begun to flutter open. So there are good signs, but I'd really rather avoid the whole subject because I'll get very angry if we go down a bad path about Tumblr.
Well, let's just hope that you don't actually.
I got a ton of chats I want to catch up on. Let's see. Scurvy here says Candace Bergen of Murphy Brown. I have no idea what you're talking about there.
That's an old TV show.
Not sure. Okay. Not sure it matters if billionaires leave New York City or not. Billionaires can afford about any environment, so they may or may not leave. Yeah, but when it starts costing them
It's not about the billionaires, though, Lemon. It's about the middle class that's left behind. Those are the people that are going to end up paying for it.
I would say it's more about the billionaires actually doing something to step up for a minute. Like the problem with taxes is that you expect people you force people to pay to do something that they should be doing already. Like every billionaire should be a philanthropist, right? Like we should be like looking to better everybody. And if the people who had money did what they were supposed to do, it's not the government's job to clean up after our shit. Okay, their job
in
is
a
to
perfect
keep.
world. I would agree totally. Yeah.
Well, in a perfect, well, that's the problem. The perfect world. I agree with you on the PvP. We don't live in a perfect world. That's why all this accountability makes no fucking sense.
Well, you know,
but
the thing is, like our Prime Minister Mark Carney, he's got this huge management company called Brookfield, and it used to be based in Canada. And then about a week after Trump got in, Carney decides to move the company down to the States. Because I guess he kind of figured the tax breaks would be, better down there because we're getting taxed to death on everything up here. Anyway, Carney has about 90% of his company in the States. Most of his family live in the States. He invests very little in Canada. He invests most of it in the States. And there was actually a video I watched about 6 months ago with Trump and Carney's right-hand Brookfield manager running the company down there now. They were happy as hell, slapping each other in the back, shaking hands, and they did a $90 billion deal to put money into the United States. That's our Prime Minister's company. I have a terrible feeling that our Prime Minister doesn't really care about Canada very much. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling, but I do.
yeah, I noticed that then Tim does say he's more liberal, but he doesn't like follow like the far left or whatever. Or he's maybe
Well,
more
that's
central.
because the liberals have gone fucking nuts. That's because the liberals
It's the
have
far
gone
left
fucking
that's
nuts.
gone left. No, it's the far liberals that gone crazy, and it's the far right that capitulates it's both sides' fault. One side goes too far and the other side's unwilling to bend, as far as I'm concerned. The right is just as dangerous. The far right is just as dangerous as the far left, because the far left is willing to bend the bars, and the far right says, no, fuck that accountability, fucking bitch. They're not willing to like conform to bend at all. Like it's literally drawn lines. It's like America's fighting America right now. All Trump has done is gotten like America fighting Americans. No president has actually gotten both sides working. That's why I love what I do, because the one thing you can't say that I do, you might not like my opinions, but you can guarantee when I enter a room, no matter who the fuck you are in the chat, you all are against me. Okay, so at least I bring you guys together. Okay, and I don't see a president who brings both sides together. It's always one fucking side after one fucking side, one fucking excuse after another fucking excuse.
That's
always
not the way the
blaming
political system is set
the
up.
current problems off the previous fucking, we inherited this. I would love Trump if he never said the fucking word Biden or inherited ever fucking again. Like, just like continue doing what you're doing.
How many times does the left demonize Trump? It goes both ways, man.
No, but then he says something like, we voted for this, right? Like, oh, you voted for Trump. The American people voted for that. Well, guess what? The American people voted for Biden. The American people voted for Obama. The American people voted for fucking, all the freaking Bushes. Like, we've always voted for this. So if you make fun of Biden, you're making fun of the Americans who voted for Biden. Like, stop making excuses.
Well, that's the way the political system is designed, is to be adversarial.
I think that's what
Anybody
the
who doesn't know
bipartisan
that is either 12 or they haven't been paying attention.
I don't see the independents doing that. I don't see the independents doing that. I think it's Republican and Democrat. They're both fucking trying to rewrite history. They're always trying to rewrite history. They're always trying to freaking undo the other person's bullshit. No one's actually saying, okay, let's look at this at a set. Like, where's the center group? Where's the center group?
There is no center.
Well, I think a lot of us are more. I think a lot of us are center.
I just want to answer Charlotte. I love Charlotte's comment here. How would you men feel if I have a biker boyfriend and he's watching this right now? Okay, Charlotte,
Well,
quit getting
put some.
crazy. We know you're. I know you well enough, Charlotte, to know you're too classy to hang out with a biker boyfriend. Come
Yeah.
on, Charlotte.
Well, tell them to put some stuff in the chat there. There.
Yeah, bring them on down. What's up,
I don't believe she's got a biker boyfriend.
They're eating the cats. They're
Charlotte?
eating the
Oh,
dog.
I totally believe that.
Well, the funny thing is, Bird, now I can't clarify how true these are, but people who lived in those areas there, they did say that all the strays disappeared, but that's not confirmed or nothing.
Okay, what's wrong with eating dogs? Like, what's wrong with eating dogs and cats?
The Chinese eat dogs.
Yeah, what's wrong? What's actually wrong with it? Like, is that a bad question? Should I not be asking that?
You probably, yeah. Well, it's a good thing you don't have a public channel on YouTube, do you, LDG?
Yeah, of course I do. What? Huh?
Oh, well, expect to get.
He never uses it.
Oh, well, good, because he would get tons of hate mail. You know how many cats and dog lovers there are out there in the fucking world right now?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, though, if you look at it at a different point of view, right? Like, that's the reason why we don't
look at it in a different point of view. They're just going to demonize the fuck out of you, man, for saying that.
Yeah, well, until someone as popular as Tim Pool can make it sound cool. That's the fucking problem, man. If Tim Pool starts saying I like dog, I bet you a lot of people will start eating dog right now. But as far as I'm concerned, you're talking about this. We were having a conversation about this last week, and I was saying, one of the things that ruined Generation Z is that we don't grow up fast enough. We live in la la land. I mean, if you look at a farmer, right? Look at a farmer, and let's say you're a son or a daughter of a farmer, you have to raise cows that you literally kill and eat later. No different than, and I know that sounds strange, but you got to look at it like at a farmer point of view. These farmers, right? If you're a farmer kid, you look at these cows like we look at dogs and cats. They're pets. They're live. They talk to them every morning. They rub them. They brush them. They clean them. They talk to them, right? They talk to these cows, and then one day comes along, and poor fucking Cassie has to get put on your plate.
Fucking big difference.
LDG, I got to stop you right there. I don't know any farmer that
livestock is not the same as a pet. Okay.
Yeah, it's only livestock because the regular general public eats a cow.
It's been livestock for fucking.
In China, cats and dogs are livestock.
100 years, 300 years, livestock it's always been called.
Well, PvP. I don't know anybody who sits there, rubs down a cow, washes them there. And the only thing I hear out of them is tell them to get their fucking ass. What?
Have you seen Yellowstone?
You're going to base your facts on a fucking fictional TV show. Okay, got it.
Yeah. All right.
Joke. I'm trying to make an ironic joke.
Well, we can't tell when you're joking.
I know you can't. God damn it. That's why I got to clarify. I'm like, we've seen shows where like farmers' kids have attachments to the cows. Like, that's a fact.
Of course they do, because they're kids, but they grow up and they realize the cows have to go to the slaughterhouse because that's what they were raised for.
But you can't say that,
they're
though.
livestock.
You're not a farmer's kid.
They don't raise dogs as livestock and send them to the slaughterhouse. At least have you heard of a dog slaughterhouse lately?
In China,
you have actual factual information, please send me the fucking document.
All right,
I would love to have a factual document about the dog slaughterhouse. Thank you.
All right, so Scurvy says, "Is it Tex Cobb?" I have no idea who that is. JK Shark, congrats and hello, Shark. She goes, "It was a joke about the biker boyfriend." What was it? Then she gives us a sly look. I don't really think it was a joke. What was it, young lady? And Charles telling PvP to cool down. Well, he has to.
No, I'm just.
But Curtis,
I'm just talking truth here, Charlotte. You should know that.
And Curtis says, "Fight, fight, fight!" Welcome, Curtis Knight. Welcome. I don't believe in reducing people's well-being at the cost, analysts. Yeah, I don't think PvP does either.
I think human life has more intrinsic and explicit and quantifiable and very complex value than simply dollar signs.
I would say the same for
Yeah.
any life, though.
Well, everyone has a. It sits there, it says, "Well, everyone has a price." Let's see. Cheryl said, "Biker baddie boy might be loving the stream. So much drama. Where's the popcorn?
Hey, Charlotte,
The popcorn's sitting on the table."
Charlotte, I'm expecting your bad boy biker song to come out any day now, okay? On your website. Come on, Charlotte. Bad boy biker.
Anybody has any 3D glasses? I got like 6 pairs of Charlotte. Sit down, I disagree. LOL. Is Jay a biker? Isn't that a good question? And he gives us a little bike there. Let's see. Scurvy, earlier you're saying if someone offers you $1 billion for a life, won't take it. If not, then you have a very high standards that can't be bought. Susan, are you asking if I'd be a hitman? And Old Man Bird says, you thought that was going to be a chill stream. Oh no, as soon as I see the LDG come on, I knew it was going to go.
Yeah, I reflect what Gorilla said. I feel the same.
Just to confirm what was said right there, they knew what was happening when they let me on. Okay, so they approved me. Okay?
I wasn't here. I came in late.
Gorilla approved me.
LDG,
okay, you knew this. You heard it yourselves, folks.
LDG, what was the first thing I said to you when you came on? What was the first thing I said when you came on? I asked, what else did I think you were going to say today? That's what I asked you.
Yeah. Just to let you know, it's okay. I'm approved by the host and the people on the panel.
Yeah, Scurvy says,
don't go that far now.
Wow, what is
left, God damn it! You could have left, you son of a bitch. You could freaking protest. You could, fucking. Fuck ICE, fuck LBG. You could have freaking changed your avatar.
Everybody. We're fucked. The world's fucked. We're all gonna die. We're all
gonna die. Let's watch TV.
Yeah.
How about the YouTube Fuck It channel? Yeah, I think I should start them. The Fuck It channel on YouTube.
Yeah, you won't
come on my channel and bitch and moan about everything you hate, and you have your free reign. The Fuck It channel.
Yeah. You'll get your tail ripped out right away just for the name there. And isn't Danny, especially
I'm not being serious, man.
Yeah. Probably Jason, especially for my first time being here. You've been here before, Jay. And welcome, Gap. Welcome. Sorry it took so long to say hello to you.
Hey, Gap.
Yes,
hey, Jay. How you doing, Jay?
Let's see. I don't want the last one misunderstood. This is all theory of philosophy talk. Yeah. And no, just say that everyone has a price to either save a life to treat it that costs a lot of money, or you pay to pull the plug to end their suffering. Well, it depends on what the suffering is.
Exactly.
Harry Danny Batty Boy. And Great Hot Biker Mama.
Okay.
I'm not a biker, so the mystery boyfriend is not me, LOL. Check closer at the chat. Look. No, it's not you, boss. Let's see. They're getting a bunch. I don't think it's true that everyone has a price. Many in history died for their beliefs or religion. Well, in a way, that could be considered a price, just not monetary. Yeah,
I think everybody pays a price in one way or another.
Yeah. Actor Eric Dane has died. I'm not sure who that is.
So glad I have no idea.
Gap's giving you hugs, LDG.
Yeah, Gap.
Yeah,
hey, buddy.
Gap's on your side there, LDG. If I got it wrong, Shark, correct me, LOL. Yeah, Jay, that's sad.
I gotta follow.
I'm being a classy biker boyfriend PvP. No, you should not be talking about that, LD.
Disappointed in you, Charlotte.
You say no, you should be talking about that. Well, does that mean you're going to serve yourself up for supper, LDG?
Why not?
Yeah. If by independence you mean not the party of U.S. independents aren't bad, but they have the luxury of not really having to run things or have the record of having power.
Independent
See,
parties solve
LD,
nothing. They solve nothing. In Canada, we've
yeah.
got like 3 or 4 of them. They suck and they solve nothing. They may actually make it worse.
All right. So Scurvy says LDG, they make decaf coffee now.
I wish I was
I
drinking
think his
coffee.
I think his problem's more
the
the
jokes are
booger
good in this
sugar.
chat.
LDG's problem is more the booger sugar. I always wanted to eat a penguin. That's about as far as it goes. I'll tell you right now, Hakeem, I can tell you right now, it's very rubbery. You don't want penguins, very rubbery. LDGE has been smoking electronics.
I've heard
actually.
I just want to say, I heard that the penguins are considering a lawsuit now because the Soviets and Americans have put bases on Antarctica, so they're kind of stealing the penguins' land. So they're going to do a stolen land lawsuit. I've heard.
Let's see. And no, Scurvy, come on, Scurvy, you're not that nuts. Come on, you actually like LDG? You got 2 people on your side here, LDG. I might have to go buy a lottery ticket.
I think I got a lot more than
He's
that.
an instigator with a foot that's dangerous. Oh, Cap, his foot's not that dangerous. I spent 4 days in Florida and he couldn't even come. He's been threatening to put his foot up my ass there for 3 years after he put that emo.
As soon as you got to Florida, you jumped ship on a boat, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
I was there for 2 days. Hey, I was there for 2 days, and I told you this. I know I told you this. I was in Florida for 2 days. And then when we came back, we were in Florida for 2 more days.
And you didn't come see me. People don't. Okay, let me explain this real quick, okay, fucking gorilla. People don't come to Florida, so I go to them. They come to Florida to come see me. Okay.
Hey, I traveled 3,000 miles.
Drive fucking 6 hours to go see Gorilla because he's in fucking Florida.
I came 3,000 miles. You came to half an hour to Fort Lauderdale.
You flew on an airplane, motherfucker. If I could take an airplane to where you were, I would.
There was flights from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale.
Like I said, if I could do it, I would.
Let's see, Danny.
I just don't fly anymore.
Yeah, and I don't know who that is.
I stopped flying after 9/11.
Yes. He is behind Jay's channel, Scurvy. Yes, he's such a biker sweetie. And if the penguins are suing, how is it going to speak for them, Dr. Doodle? Yeah, go. Yeah. All right. That's actually a halfway decent joke, Sintan. I'll give you that. All right. I'm gonna be right back. Then I want to get into the Iran thing after this.
I'm sure the penguins have a lawyer that can actually speak penguin, Dan. There must be a few of them out there. I wouldn't be surprised in this world.
Oh, getting tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it for the Iran talk.
Probably better if you don't, because you're probably just going to be angry anyway. So,
well, I'm Syrian, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But
well, Trump has basically called the war on because he's given them months to talk, and the dictatorship is basically screwed up every time. So Trump, I think you guys got the State of the Union happening next week sometime.
Yeah. It's only but the State of the Union isn't like it's just going to be Trump bragging again.
No. Well, all presidents do. They all fucking do it. Don't just single out Trump. They all fucking do it. I don't care what party they're fucking in.
All right. What that is?
My point is, I didn't want to derail it with that shit. My point is, Trump didn't Trump give the dictators until March to get their act together and sit down and actually have a real talk?
Well, the talks are deteriorating. I haven't been following it that closely. Everything's been wrapping up the last couple days there, and every 12 hours, the amount of supplies and hardware and troops going into the Middle East there has doubled every 12 hours.
Well, I watch 2C TV. I check in every day because he is actually Iranian, living in London now because he had to flee the country. But he has a lot of people in Iran that still feed him a lot of video clips of their own for even threatening their safety. They still feed him a lot of information every week. So that's the one channel I go to for reliable information about the Iranian situation, because he seems like a very intelligent, honest guy as well, and he's got good sources. The thing is, you know, it seems like Trump is running out of patience. I think he's going to do the State of the Union address. I think he's going to get that out of the way next week, and then I wouldn't be surprised, since he gave them a deadline of March 1st. I wouldn't be surprised if he does the State of the Union and then sends the troops in a day or two after that. That's my guess. That's just a guess. I could be wrong, but that's my guess.
Well,
I would say
they're
it's the
talking this
opposite.
weekend. They're talking the strike starting this weekend.
Yeah, he wants to do something before the State of the Union address so we can brag about it.
You'd have to do it. Probably tomorrow on Friday would be the best time to start it. Then
He wants to dictate
Well,
who
they're
can have
talking
nuclear
Saturday.
weapons, even though nobody should have the nuclear weapons.
I didn't think Trump liked to start that shit on weekends, but maybe he will. Maybe he will.
I don't know. There's so much bullshit traveling around there, and so many people are talking. It's almost making me think that this is because they got all these people from the Pentagon gone talking to all these news reporters. It almost makes me think like they're trying to do a psyop on Iran.
That's why the only channel I pay attention to is 2C TV, with the Iranian guy.
Well, I listen to a bunch of different channels there.
No, but he's got a good. He's the only channel I really trust anymore, because I've seen so many where they say, "Oh, the war is starting today," blah blah blah, and it's like, no, it's not. And he has never said that the war is going to start. He's
He's not going to tell us when the war is going to start. That would be stupid.
He'll do about the truth movements, about the Iranian movements within Iran, about how they're still. There was a good video he did the other day showing how the Iranian government is sending in a lot of their armed force into neighborhoods to drag people out of their homes. Even people, if you're in your home in Iran, you're not safe anymore. The government will just come out and drag you out, and well, you're probably gone after that. Because I don't know what the estimates are. I used to hear 10,000, 20,000, 60, 80,000 murdered in the last 3 months or whatever, and I wouldn't even want to try counting the numbers now, because I've seen various videos of how, because they have hired guns, right? They're not even Iranians working for the dictatorship. They hire outside guns. They motor around in their jeeps and motorcycles, and if they see Iranians out on the street after a certain hour, they just shoot them. They just gun them down. I've watched videos of them actually just murdering people, and this has to stop. 47 years of this crap is too long, and it's got to stop. And I'll tell you right now, I predict if it ends in the next 3-4 weeks, I think it's going to be a long war. It's not going to be easy, because the last 2C TV one I watched, he said 1/3 of the American Navy fleet is now off the coast of Iran. 1/3 of your Navy. That's a large force. And I don't think Trump's fucking around anymore. I think he's going to pull the trigger any day now.
Well, the Ford that was stationed out to Venezuela, it was booking across the Atlantic there. It made it from off the coast of Venezuela to the Strait of Gibraltar in like 2 or 3 days.
Well, yeah, you've got the world class military, Gorilla. Like, anybody with half a fucking brain in their head knows that.
Yeah, and have a good night, Gap. No, but that's pretty damn fast for a ship. That's
They
a
must,
large distance to cover in that short of time.
they must have been motoring full speed, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, they've had to been doing at least 50 knots.
What does that tell you, though, Gorilla? When they make that journey in a couple of days, they're serious, right?
Yeah, but
They want to get
no.
there because they want to get there because they have an intention to do something.
Yeah, but there's so many people talking talking there. I'm wondering how much of it is false information getting thrown and how much of it's just a psyop going on.
There's a lot of bullshit.
Well,
This
you
is
can't
why
trust anything.
This is why I watch Tusi. Do you watch Tusi Gorilla? Have you subbed to his channel? He's really good.
No.
Often he'll start a stream calling out the fake news. He'll talk about the channels that are spreading fake news about this is happening, that's happening, this happened, and he's like, no, didn't happen, fake news. He's good at that. He picks apart these other channels that are posting stuff that basically didn't happen.
Like all of them.
You know, I like him because he has a lot of people, you know, since he's an Iranian himself, he has a lot of connections with the Iranian people inside Iran that sent him a lot of videos and stuff about various attacks, you know, bombings, explosions that are happening. And, you know, the Iranian people are still rising out by tens of thousands in cities. I mean, it's a huge number of people. And I don't see how the regime can hold on if the West comes in. But besides, Tusi said that our regime had issued basically a declaration of war and their intention to strike Israel. So if you say you're going to shoot missiles into Israel, and Trump told Israel to prepare for war a couple of days ago, and now he's given the green light for the war. So I think it's got to happen. The shoe's got to drop in the next week, is what I'm predicting. You don't send billions of dollars of assets, military assets into a region if you're just going to pull back. You know what? How much Trump would look like a pussy and how much criticism he'd take if he backed off now?
Yeah. Well, PvP, you do know, and LDG, I don't know what you're doing. You got a lot of background noise. But
thanks, I'm laying down.
You do know who the people to know that something's going on. Alrighty, we'll make sure to put some Olivia Polka on for you. But PvP, you do know who the first people to learn that something's going on in the Pentagon, don't you?
Could you? All of a sudden, you're sounding low. I don't know what happened to the fucking volume here, man. Like, yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Maybe a little better. I've got my mic headset and everything tuned to 100. So,
yeah, no, but
anyway,
you do know who the first people. You do know who the first people to know that something's going on in the Pentagon, don't you?
You want to refresh my memory because I'm always happy to have it refreshed.
Domino's and Pizza Hut. They're the first ones to know that something's going on.
Okay.
No, I'm actually dead serious on that. No, I'm dead serious because what happens is when they're starting to prepare for these big operations like that, like they knew something was going on with Venezuela because all those people were having to stay late at the Pentagon, so they did mass orders of pizza for the people while they're preparing the operation.
So
I get
Domino's and Pizza Slut, as my old friend used to call them years ago, Pizza Slut. Yeah, got it. Sounds good.
No, but I'm actually serious on it. They were the first people to know something. They might not know exactly what's going on, but they know something's up when they start getting mass orders of pizza going to the Pentagon.
Have you heard that that's happened at all yet, or not?
There's some way to check it, but I'm not sure how it's actually done. This is stuff that, but I want to. We got a lot of a few chats catch up on. Why is someone other than Jay using this channel? I have no idea. Well, congrats, Char. I'm his friend, Scurvy. I got you. And Skep, yeah, good being here with y'all. Charlotte, baby. Well, thank you for being here. Oh, and thank you for that. I'm not sure military decisions should be made based on I don't want to look like a pussy.
Well, no, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
you must
saying.
have.
That's what I'm saying. Trump doesn't do that. He doesn't care. I mean, do you think Trump cares about all the shit piled on him every day of the year? I mean, it's ridiculous. I read so much crap every day. You know, my favorite is you ever look at the Microsoft News Network, Gorilla? Yeah, get that. I get that on my job computer, so I'll check it out a few times during my shift to relieve my absolute boredom. It's about 95% negative on Trump, and it's about 95 positive on a libtard bullshit. It's so biased it makes my head hurt. Uh, so yeah, Trump doesn't care about. They could call him a pussy till the clowns come home, which the clowns will because they're
Well,
Democrats.
they already call him Taco because but what Trump does like these people don't
Oh, I heard
understand.
that the taco Trump slur. Yeah,
Yeah, but the problem is these people don't understand Trump's method because
they know
what he
nothing.
does is he'll ask for something so outrageous, something really outrageous and big, then he'll slowly walk it back to the point to where he wants it to be in the first place there. Then that seems reasonable to the other side by the time they get to that point.
Well, that's one tactic. Also, if people are obsessed with Trump derangement, right? So if they're paying, they're focused on Trump 24/7. So Trump will say two or three things that he doesn't give a fuck about. I'm going to do this. I'm going to invade Greenland, for instance, something really dumb that nobody actually well, any rational person. But of course, then our Canadian government sends troops up there. It's like, yeah, thanks for the waste of tax dollars, Carney, you dumb fuck. Because obviously Trump is bullshitting.
He
But
wasn't.
Trump does this. He'll put out two or three stupid stories that the morons and the clowns are going to swallow 100% and believe in it. Meantime, Trump is he'll be like making plans with his military to like go and take some dictator out like he did in Venezuela, or go out and take out a 47-year regime like the Ayatollah that's murdered probably millions of Iranians over the last 47 years. I don't have an estimate, but I bet it's high numbers. Trump will do that because he likes to distract. His big game is distraction with bullshit while he's focusing on the real thing that he's actually going to do. And I have never seen a leftard that doesn't fall for this shit. They fall for it over and over, year after year. It's almost comical.
Some of the things that Trump throws out there, I think he goes with the Candace Owen method. Just throw a bunch of shit at the wall, see what gets engagement and people talk about and like. Then he'll go with that approach with the stuff people like, and there's then a bunch of stuff he just throws out there, see how the gauge reaction to it.
It makes sense why he wanted Greenland. Like, he wants Greenland because if you're going to shoot missiles, the best place to do it is over Greenland.
Well, it's not about the missiles there. Even what's more about is the ice is melting up in the Arctic, and it's opening up the passageways between it's opening up the Northwest Passage. We want control of it.
And Greenland is the center point of the internet.
As a Canadian, can I speak in with knowledge here?
Yeah,
we have the North American Defense Treaty with the United States, I believe, since the 1950s, where we have bases in Canada and the United States ready to fire missiles if the Russians ever try and pull shit in our northern border. However, since Carney, the crazy fucking irrational lunatic, came into power a year ago, he has basically shit all over America to the point where, Carney said when he got elected, I'll get a deal with Trump. I'll get a deal by July. I'll get a deal by October. I'll get a deal. I'll get a deal. I'll get a deal. Every time it's bullshit, smoke and mirrors blowing up people's ass. And what he actually does is he intentionally pisses the Americans off time and time again. Then he cuddles up with the Chinese dictators and says we need a new world order without America. Good one. Yeah, like America's going away anytime in the next 20 years. I don't think so. Our biggest trading partner for like a century has been the United States. We make billions and billions and billions of fucking dollars trade every week with the United States. If you had every other country on earth trade with Canada, it wouldn't equal the amount of money we could be making trading with the Americans. But of course, Carney, being the egotistical cocksucker that he is, can't see, fucking reality if you shined a fucking light in his eyes. I'm so fucking angry. If he just would talk to Trump rationally like a person, 50-50, just give the guy that, Trump likes respect. If you talk to Trump with respect as an equal, he's done deals all over. He's done a deal with Japan. He's done a deal with a lot of Far East countries since he got in. He's done deals all over the world. It should be easy for Canada to get a deal, but you know why Canada doesn't want a deal? That's because Carney knows he can win the next election by making the bad orange man evil. And that's what he got elected last time. We had 10 years of Trudeau, and he was so hated as the worst prime minister in Canadian history. People were going to dump him and vote conservative. The conservatives were going to get a majority. And then Trump made that dumb mistake. This is one thing Trump did that was stupid. I would say is totally stupid. He made that 51st state comment, and then Carney and the Liberals had all the ammunition they needed to run with the election, going elbows up against the evil orange man down south. And they got enough Canadians that were CBC, Rosemary Barton, and all the rest of the liars. They brainwashed people. And after 10 years of crap that everybody hated, somehow we got 11 years more, another year of crap, because the people that hated the crap actually voted for more crap. So it's too complex to boil it. It's way too complex to boil it down tonight. But
I think that was stupid because you would have at least had one state per province, and then you would have had Quebec that finally could become its own country. So I don't know what the hell was up with that.
They almost did. They had the referendum. Was it back in the 90s?
I know. I'm saying with the whole Trump thing, Canada would not have been a single state. It would have been broken up by province.
Was 1% away from leaving Canada in that referendum.
Almost, but they know what they're doing, so whatever. All right. Anywho, I do got to go, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate everybody. I got to get to sleep.
All right, we'll see you, Pickles.
Good night.
Thanks, guys. Much love. All right, take care.
All right, so Brother Jay says LOL. So Gorilla says don't watch the carriers, but watch the pizza orders. Exactly. I'm telling you, they order pizza because they have to stay late. They need something to eat. They say it happened with the pizza before the Venezuela attack. See, Jay backs me up on this. So, Danny the biker, are you in Char's area, or is it long distance? Close, just online for now. But you're very close friends with Jay too. Okay, I'm in Louisiana, and yes, Jay and I are very good friends. Good luck with the things that are meant to be. I was hoping it to be. Alrighty, but I think this is a good place to wrap it up because I'm tired there. I'm gonna go lay down and put on NCIS Tony and Ziva here as I fall asleep. There.
Okay. I just put.
What's this? You put in the private chat?
I put in Tuesday TV's thing today where they said Trump has approved the war plans.
Okay.
You might want to
All
take a look at that one. Oh, by the way, what's the Waltons on tomorrow, Grilla?
What is it?
What time are the Waltons on Friday tomorrow?
8 o'clock tomorrow.
So that's 6 o'clock Pacific time then?
Yeah.
Okay, I
And
just
Jason,
wanted to
thank
ask.
you.
I just want to ask because I know there's another person that's thinking of doing some Road Warrior movies tomorrow night. So I'll try and be in both of those if I can.
Alrighty. And bonus touches. Have a good night, old man bird. Thanks for the stream. Wound up
Night-night.
nuts like a good cigar lounge stream. Yeah, he got a little nuts there. But you got anything going on, PvP?
Oh, nothing much. I got to do a lot of cleaning. My place is a fucking disaster. So cleaning, and then probably tomorrow night, Walton's. I guess we're taking off from where we were last week, so I can probably find it. I should give it a watch right now, actually, before I fall asleep. And yeah, then somebody's doing Road Warrior tomorrow night. I think it's Curtis, but I'll have to double check on that one. And so yeah, see what happens, eh? I guess you're
All right.
you're
And as for
continuing
tomorrow,
the Sunday
we're
movies
doing the
with
Beekeeper on
you're going to continue
we're gonna
Sunday
do
movies
Beekeeper
with
on Sunday there.
that. Okay, that makes sense.
Beekeeper, yes. We're gonna take a break from a series of unfortunately we have to do the Beekeeper there. Then on Tuesday
Oh.
will be another cigar lounge, and then next Thursday will be the last cigar lounge.
The last?
But there's gonna be more details on that next week. There'll be
Wow,
more
that
details
sucks.
on that next week.
That sucks.
All right. So with that, everyone have a good night. And well, I'm gonna reformat to a different name because I'm having issues with I'm having a lot of issues with the cigars.
Really? Oh, by the way,
So
are you going to
we're
plan
go-
on resuming Twilight Zone sometime?
yeah, after Germ gets back.
Oh, Germ's still away? Oh, shit.
Yeah. So with that, everyone have a good night, and just remember.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. You know?